Your main man, Andrew Wood, returned to you. And now I'm going to be taking video requests. Now it is May the 11th when I'm doing this video, and just after midnight. Video request came in less than 24 hours ago. Getting it right out of the way. However, this video might not be up for like a week because I only put out about maybe 3 videos a week, maybe 4 sometimes. That being said, I got a ton of them on my computer. Don't know when else will be up. But what I'm going to be talking about, the video request, I can't remember who requested it, was what are my favorite undead? And then it goes on further to say, well, can you talk about undead you made? Well, that's kind of a big list. And a lot of stuff I made, I don't have copyrights for yet and so forth, putting together for my games. So those, I'm going to keep inside my nugget on my computer for right now, if you will. I did reveal my zombies, not a fan, but that's about all we're going to do for the moment. But that aside, and I made some pretty good strides on the game. In Dungeons and Dragons, I probably had to say my favorite. It was like the ghoul / ghast. I mean, they're the same fucking thing. I mean, the only difference is one is, I guess, for a higher level party. They're the same thing. To me, I like the name ghoul better than ghast, so we'll go with ghoul. I thought a really interesting idea for a player character in Dungeons and Dragons. Because ghouls to cut someone down and you like languish, and eventually you rise as a ghoul. So. What I thought would be cool is to play someone who rose as a ghoul, but still have like some shattered, shard, fragment memories of their actual life. And what I would play would be like, man, this is amazingly good. So good that he'll kill you. You understand what I'm saying? So good that, oh, good that I'll kill you. Someone that's so good that he'll kill you. I'm talking about lawful good paladin. So here's a character concept. This is on the bucket list of characters. So, I do want to play this at some time. So you have a character cut down, a character of like the glorious, like the most goodly good god. And he's a knight of the god, a paladin of holiness. He's cut down and murdered by a pack of ghouls. He's trying to exterminate him. He becomes a ghoul. And then he starts again as a ghoul, the shattered, broken fragments of his life, starts remembering things about his religion, about who he was, but kind of. Like, it's all nebulous. So he gives tons of tools for the Game Master to work with. Remember, when you're making a character, give your Game Master shit to work with. Give them things in your character. Allow them investment into your character. A character is part of the Game Masters, too. The players they don't understand that sometimes. Let the Game Master play with it, mold it, and give them hooks, give them plots, give them all kinds of ways they can rope you, reel your motivations, all kinds of stuff. Game Master will fucking love your character. And guess which character will get the most work done on them? It will be yours. This is tremendously important to understand. So, you have your the character here. He's broken, and he's trying to remember. He doesn't remember. He can't maybe recall his name. He only kind of, maybe he can just recall a god and an image of a woman, and then maybe a cathedral, and a town, and just bizarre little fragments. And if I have a good game master, he can start feeding me like sometimes. But then I have this savage, carnal, bestial nature, and a ghoul wants to eat people. That's what a ghoul wants. He wants to just eat the fuck out of people, living people, dead people. A ghoul doesn't give a damn. He wants to eat you. So you have that, and a ghoul not only does he want to, he has to eat you. So he has this tremendous sadness, this tremendous shame. He has this tremendous rage that he's trying to constantly fight this monster inside him that is trying to eat people. He wants to redeem himself. He wants to do better than that. So, early on, he just keeps slipping. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Slide. Not going to do that. Slide. And we eventually work up to the point where maybe he's able to control himself, at least to some degree. What I thought, if I take a helmet, like it probably wouldn't even really have armor, probably have like a cloak, or maybe some armor or whatever. But get like a full face helmet where like one of the advisors comes up and take that shit and like take nails and nail it to his face, so like he can't really even his face isn't exposed, he can't really be seen. So if he had to go to a town or something, he wouldn't just be like run around like a purple faced ghoul. He's under his helmet. But he's also keeping the helmet down. He doesn't want to be able to eat people. And then maybe you have that scene where just pries it off and the nails are popping out of his hand. He grabs that one horrible, horrible evildoer, and then he inflicts the eating upon him and eats that flesh and takes the flesh as his custom and desire. And the whole time, another part of the character there I have is once he finally figures out, like he'll have this whole love interest and family and shit that he kind of piece it together. But all this shit happened like a long time ago. Like he had actually been a ghoul for like hundreds of years before his memories broke free. It wasn't like, oh, this happened yesterday. So that's like ultimately this horrible tragedy. And I like tragedy. I think it's very interesting. It makes for a sad character. And you get him to a level where he can actually work with a group, because he has enough control over himself. But at the same time, like, oh shit, that's a ghoul. But maybe, like, you have some people that are like, oh, I respect him. Look how the fucking mind of this individual. You could really create an interesting party because, I mean, he's not going to be in that position to be so sanctimonious and judgmental as is the one. A paladin that's so good it will kill you. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I kind of fucked up by eating on them people. So I guess your shit doesn't look that bad to me anymore. Oh, you robbed someone, huh? Motherfucker, I eat people. I am a people eater. So you doing some fucked up shit doesn't really weigh that heavy on my conscience or radar anymore. So that's one of my big things about ghouls. I think ghouls are actually awesome. Very, very interesting characters. I also really like revenants. I think revenants are absolutely excellent in a Dungeons & Dragons game because it's a way you have that really strong, passionate, driven character. And it's like, boom, something happens, he gets killed. I mean, he's got this great mission, this great plot. You're like, fuck, I don't want to lose this plot. Revenant his ass. Boom. Now, that's one I have in the bag of tricks. I haven't had to use that one at all. I've never had to use that, but it's there. When you're in the character, you're like, fuck, I don't want this guy to die, but, maybe you're running with no resurrections or light resurrections, and it doesn't just work for D&D, for any kind of game. Really, any kind of game it works for, whether, you want to make them like a crow or you want to make them really like a D&D style revenant, however you want to go with it, that as long as they have a passion, as long as they have a tremendous driving goal, you can make it make sense. And it could be make for a very interesting character. So for me, that's one of those little tricks, you can use it. Feel free to take that one and break it out. I think it makes a very interesting character. So those are my favorite undead. I definitely think those are very interesting. I'm not a big fan of ghosts. I don't like ghosts. Anything incorporeal. I find it boring. I think vampires are okay. I do like them. Whites, I don't use level drain anymore at all. But when I used to, boy, whites scared the fuck out of my party members. Like, ha ha! You were 8th level. You're first level now, son. You're negative 8 levels. So those are my favorite ghoul. I think it's gonna have to go down as my favorite undead, and there is your